Playing on a PvP server in ARK can be one of the worst experiences you'll ever have in a game. If you meet any of the following 5 reasons, you're going to have a bad time playing PvP. You are working a 9 to 5 and when you get home from work, occasionally you turn on your PC for an hour or 2 to relax and calm down. On the weekends, you go partying and rarely start your game at all. You wonder why everyone else seems to progress much faster than you. The reason is they're putting in the time and the effort. When playing PvP, not spending enough time in the game will become a huge problem very fast. Playing PvP in general is a huge time commitment, even on unofficial servers. Building and maintaining a base, gathering resources and defending against other players can be very time consuming. Raids can and will last for hours at some point. You will lose a lot of resources, dinos and time you have invested. Being part of a great tribe can significantly reduce the time and effort for individual players. By sharing responsibilities and coordinating tasks, a tribe can progress much more efficiently than solo players. Playing solo will consume even more time, because you have to do everything on your own. Well, we all know ARK is no easy game. Getting constantly chased by raptors is annoying. Losing your favorite dinos to typical ARK stuff is frustrating, and I didn't even start to talk about the depths of the ocean or caves yet. We can conclude that ARK is a hard game, especially when you're losing your favorite dino to a pack of wild Rexes. But it gets even harder when some other tribe closes off caves, steals your stuff, or destroys your taming efficiency of that 150 giga on purpose. If you are looking for more relaxed gameplay, you will have a very stressful experience and an unpleasant time. Due to the constant threat of other players, playing on a PvP server can be much more challenging than in PvE. Other players will constantly try to kill you, your dinos and everything around you, which in general significantly increases the difficulty of the game. So, if you are looking for an easy game, do not play PvP. So, here you are, you prepared everything, you got the artifacts, bred some dinos and used a lot of resources to craft decent saddles and gear. It is late, you're tired and go to bed. Tomorrow is the big day. You're taking on the challenge and fight the Brood Mother to get the engrams. You lay down in your bed, dreaming about all the loot you would get, not knowing it will never happen. Some other tribe just waited for you to log off so they can start the raid. In the morning, all your progress is gone. Your base was destroyed, your dinos got killed and all your belongings are missing. On PvP servers, there's always the risk of losing your progress to other players. Other players will attack you whenever possible. They will kill you, and if you're not prepared, you will lose lots of stuff over and over again. The constant threat of loss can be frustrating for some players. If you're preferring a more secure or predictable experience, PvP is not for you. Do not join PvP if you cannot handle losing all your stuff overnight. Oh boy, PvP servers in ARK got many huge problems. There are so many it would be worth making a video solely on them. Unofficial servers are normally controlled by alpha tribes. This means you won't get the chance to build up because as soon as they find you, your base will get wiped. If you're playing on unofficial, however, you for sure get flamed by official players because you don't play the real ARK. They tell you that you don't know how to farm while they buy their resources from some Chinese website. But don't get me wrong, unofficial isn't better. Many servers died because of abusive admins joining raids or selling base locations to other players. And ARK players in general can be very toxic. You got many players harassing, grieving and even cheating. Although cheating is more like an official server thing. Mashing is still a thing, and some say it even got worse than in ASE. And don't get me started talking about the overall verbal interaction of ARK players on PvP servers. Getting insulted by random player in all chat because they're angry is no pleasurable experience. But It is something you will encounter on a PvP server on a daily basis. Overall, there are many toxic things that can spoil the fun when you see or hear them for the first time. PvP in ARK requires a good understanding of the game's mechanics, base building strategies, and combat tactics. If you're new, you might find it challenging to compete with more experienced players or tribes. Whether it is tips for efficient resource gathering, base building strategies, or other tactics, at one point you need to learn them all. If you just started out, you will find it very hard to do things the right way. A lot of this knowledge is simply not communicated publicly. This makes it hard for new players to get the essential information. You have to learn a lot, and each patch changes stuff and introduces new mechanics, dinos, or maps. You cannot simply stay in your base and play the way you want. If you make mistakes, you will pay for them with getting wiped. If you don't stay up to date, you will have a bad time and you won't have fun playing PvP. And you don't have to figure out everything on your own. There are many great YouTube videos, there are many great blogs, but there is also a lot of wrong information and also missing information. Especially in PvP, many tribes do not want to share their tactics because it could potentially harm them. Do not play PvP if you just want to sit in your base and do your stuff. If you play PvP, you have to follow the meta, otherwise you're not playing long on that server. To find out why you should play PvP, check the linked video.